bad and knows you bad.
What's going on, guys? It's your boy Jay here today, and just doing a quick video today because I was live streaming yesterday while I was at lunch at work, and I just had one of the most interesting conversations, and it just really, like, during the live stream, it just had me feeling some type of way and really thinking mostly about competition going on in the entertainment industry. Now, I wanted to do a full canon culture video for this, but because of time and constraints and stuff, I just wasn't able to do it. I guess at some point in time before the end of the year, I'll actually get around to doing it. But for the time being, I'm actually just really excited to present said conversation. So here we go. Essentially, we were talking about the new Aquaman trailer. We were talking about Dragon Ball, the movie. We were also talking about some of the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. There was just and of course, how could I forget the Avengers Endgame trailer. And it was just one of these conversations where the idea of just giving away too much. Now, I know I talked about this a little bit on Twitter, and I kind of ranted about this here and there on my little soapbox in my YouTube community section, but I wanted to take the time to really talk about this epidemic. This is an actual issue that I think needs to be addressed, and if not, then we need to have some type of discussion about it. Now, I feel that a lot of times when you have pieces of entertainment, whether it be games, movies, TV shows, stuff like that, less on the TV shows, mostly games and movies, we tend to reach this point of what I like to call trailer porn. So essentially what it is it's so many trailers come out to where it reveals the entirety of whatever the subject of that it is that you're planning to watch. And I only say this because I've seen it many times. I saw it with Justice League, Batman versus Superman. We see it with trailers all the time. There was, you know, Wonder Woman, then there was Batman versus Superman, the Avengers, Justice League. There's just so many things out there that take place. Kingdom Hearts, Final Fantasy 15, like there's just already too many things that come out. Now, my issue with Final Fantasy 15 and Kingdom Hearts is that it's just giving too much. You're trying to overhype me. It's oversaturating everything that I really want. Yes, I'm going to consume whatever it is that you're trying to sell me. I don't think you need this many trailers. Now, that's only because I'm somebody that's in the know, that spends time on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Not so much Facebook, but you know, you guys get what I mean. And YouTube, and I pay attention to trailers when they come out, and I watch them, and I make content on them, and I pay attention to the things that are coming out, and I kind of sit and I formulate my own opinions about things instead of just seeing something and be like, oh, well, I think I'm gonna go see this. That's not necessarily how I think, which, you know, if you think that way, that's perfectly fine with you, but you know, there's just a certain point where too much is too much. You're giving away far too much of the movie, you're giving away far too much of the game, or you're just really trying to throw it into my face, and you're trying to overhype me so much to where I just don't want to see it or play it or have any type of way of, you know, consuming it whatsoever. I'll wait till it's leaked online. I'll wait till a pirated version comes out. But you know what? I say in the scenario of, let's just take this for example, the new Dragon Ball Super Broly movie. Now that there are several trailers that are out, I'd have to say, yes, this movie does look exciting. Yes, this movie does look hype. No, do I have any urge to see it? Absolutely not. I 100% do not, and I'll tell you why. I actually watched PS360 HD upload a edited video of all of the trailers put together, and I could have sworn I watched the entire movie. Now, I'm gonna let you guys know something here right now. I already know for a fact what is going to happen in this movie. You know why? Because I've seen enough anime and I've paid enough attention to storytelling from movies, books, TV shows, video games, there's only so many different types of ways to tell a story nowadays. So if you don't want to be spoiled by that, I would actually just click off of this video now. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for paying attention. But up until this point, I just wanted to give you this warning. So here is essentially how the movie is gonna go down. Now, obviously we see at the opening, they're gonna really establish the early portions of Goku, Vegeta, and Broly when they're kids, which I think is great. That's awesome for backstory. We can retcon a lot of stuff that already exists. We can renege on the deaths of certain characters and how Beerus is now part of this grand scheme for Frieza to destroy the planet of the Saiyans. Okay, Planet Vegeta. Now, I just want to let you guys know right now, there's only so much of that portion of the story that you can tell in so many different ways. Now, hopefully, and I really hope this works out, they give Broly some type of actual backstory, you know, something of depth, something with girth in it, you know, not just, oh, I'm really annoyed that there was another baby that was born the same day as me, is just non-stop crying. Now I have this ever-longing hatred for him, this everlasting burning passion to step on his burning corpse. Like, it's just, no, we need better writing than that in 2018, please. I need it to happen, and going into 2019 with the release of this movie, I feel like we got that. So they're gonna establish that. Let's say that's the first 10-15 minutes of the movie, right? I'm not even gonna give timestamps on anything. I'm just gonna assume. So then we're gonna, you know, see our heroes, and they're gonna pan and introduce all of these characters that have and have not grown, Goten and Trunks. And then, of course, you know, they're gonna introduce the dynamic with Beerus and Whis and Goku and Vegeta, and the fact that they've been training, and this is post-Tournament of Power, so of course everything is in its peaceful time. And then Paragus and Broly show up. Now, at first, I'm sure this is probably some type of positive interaction at first, much like how it was in the movie when they introduced quote-unquote new Planet Vegeta, and Paragus really wanted to introduce that his son was weak as shit. Like, his son barely had a power level of 15, okay? He wanted to make his son just seem like he was the most pussy nigga in the galaxy, okay? Until we discover that Goku and Vegeta have ties with Frieza, okay? Now, I have no idea how this comes into play with the Dragon Balls that have been shown in the movie, but you know, it is what it is at this point. So then, I guess at some point, Broly and Goku get into it, and then Vegeta goes Super Saiyan God and starts beating the shit out of Broly, which is great until Broly just gets to a point where he's just pissed enough to be like, yo, I'ma beat your ass. So then he proceeds to beat his ass and Vegeta's boyfriend's ass. So they realize that Super Saiyan God might not be enough. So then they team up, Super Saiyan Blue, boom, and they're fighting for probably, let's say, a good 2 to 6 minutes. Maybe not even 6, because that's a lot of animation time. But there's a lot of CG in this movie from what I can see. So then, of course, both of these niggas is getting boo-bopped up the street, and neither of them are able to defeat Broly. So then, Vegeta actually, because we're gonna be a little different here, we're gonna be a little original, Vegeta actually proposes the idea that Kakarot, we should fuse. Meanwhile, Goku's like, no, I can take this guy, I'ma whoop his ass. Broly says, fuck that, I'm whooping your ass. So the only way around this is they need some type of distraction, and insert the cut in from Whis. Whis now decides that he wants to fight Beerus. He said, no, not Beerus, excuse me, whoa, that's way off. Whis decides that he wants to fight Broly. Meanwhile, Beerus is off doing something else. This is none of his concern. It has nothing to do with snacks. So that means I don't give a shit. Go deal with it. Meanwhile, Whis is just like, no, homie, I don't play that. So what he says is, hey, I'll decide to fight Broly for you for a little bit of time. Let's say I give you 2 minutes. Learn the fusion dance in 2 minutes. They fuse while Whis is distracting Broly. And you know what? I'd have to say, this is, at this point, I've basically written the entire movie. Like, honestly, like really the way this movie has played out. Sure, there are great action pieces, which we love Dragon Ball, but never never has Dragon Ball been known for its storytelling. That is not what Dragon Ball is known for at all. Not even a little bit. Like, some of the stuff, yeah, kind of compelling, very interesting the way things add up. Oh, no shit, this happens. But Dragon Ball has never been one of those ones to tell great stories. Great fights, great set pieces, stuff like that. Yeah, that's what Dragon Ball is known for. So we proceed to get Gogeta Blue. Well, actually, it's regular Gogeta. And then at some point, he's able to hold off Broly until he's like, nah, fuck that, I'm taking my armor off and I'm gonna wreck your asshole. So at that point, Gogeta goes from normal state to Super Saiyan, fights him a little bit as Super Saiyan, says, you know what, I'm done with this pussy shit, and then takes all the cuffs off. He's now Gogeta Blue. And then I don't know, I'm not sure about the ending. They're probably gonna kill Broly. That's just the way it is. I don't think he's gonna be a reoccurring character in Dragon Ball Super unless they decide to set up another, a second, you know, like a sequel for Broly, you know, like that. First of all, the legendary Super Saiyan movie was dope when it came out, okay? It's not exactly winning any awards, but like it was dope. And then Broly the Second Coming, first of all, for you to decide you wanted to name your movie The Second Coming, bruh, amazing. Amazing, okay? And of course, you know, this doesn't add up in the timeline, but you know what? None of it does. All of Dragon Ball is canon and none of Dragon Ball is canon at the same time. So, you know, this just really kind of solidifies that this is a completely different timeline from the Android saga. Like, I genuinely believe like there's a splitting tree of timelines where the legendary Super Saiyan Broly movie exists and then that goes into the Janemba movie, but that's a different conversation for a different day. But let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. I'm not saying that this is the official movie or anything, but I'm just putting it together. And that's only from the trailers. And the same could be said for Batman versus Superman, you know, with all of the different fight scenes. I think one of the biggest downfalls for Batman versus Superman is very similar to what is happening now with Dragon Ball Super. By revealing that Gogeta Blue is in the game, excuse me, oh my god, my brain is all over the place. By revealing that Gogeta Blue is in the movie, what this does is, yes, it makes Dragon Ball Xenoverse marketing great. Yes, it makes Dragon Ball FighterZ DLC put on the table. That's great and everything. But you know what it does is it really destroys the suspense. It destroys the sheer immersion that people would have going into this movie not knowing what will happen. So it's like giving away very, very important pieces of the plot. So now that we know that Goku and Vegeta are going to win, okay, we knew that going in. Obviously, the good guys always win in these type of movies, okay? It's a shonen, you know, just straightforward shonen movie, okay? It's not about to, you know, do anything to reinvent the wheel, but at the same time, it's like we would like to think, oh shit, there might be some serious stakes here. There's no Gohan, we don't see if Piccolo and Krillin and Tien and Yamcha get into any fights. Nope, nothing. Gogeta, Broly, that's it. But if you imagine, let me just paint this picture for you. Imagine if you're going in to see this movie and you have no idea Gogeta Blue is in it, all right? You're just wondering, you're like 45 minutes into the movie or an hour and 20 minutes into the movie, Broly has like wrecked several people, Frieza has shown up, got his ass kicked. You really just think like, okay, Goku's gonna pull some ass, you know, some ass pull magic or something, you know, shonen protagonist power up, you know? Nope. They decide to fuse. At that moment, that would have been something that's so surprising to only be part of the theater that you have to go see the movie, number one. And that's also one of those oh shit moments. You know, that is what's so great about the majesty of going to in the theaters to see something like this, especially because it's an anime movie. Anime movies don't really get widespread releases, so when they do, it's like, yo, you gotta make it as big and as bold as you can get. Now, maybe big and bold to them is revealing that Gogeta is in the movie and completely spoiling, quote unquote, just giving that surprise away. I particularly don't care for that because now it makes me lose my luster to go see the movie. Once again, yes, Dragon Ball has those great set pieces and those great fights and stuff that we're gonna see and we all know and love, but now I just expect I'm just gonna be sitting in the movie waiting until an hour and 40 minutes in when Gogeta Blue shows up. I'll just be like, yo, none of the other fights have merit now. This kind of just demeans putting Goku Blue and Vegeta going Super Saiyan God. I mean, it's great to look at. Yeah, sure. Once again, I've said that 4 times in this video, but at the same time, we just know Gogeta Blue's coming. So who cares? And now this also takes the lifelong end debate of, oh man, Vegito is the only one that's canon. Well, that's not necessarily the thing now. Like, imagine that surprise when you leave the theater and you tell your friends and you go and you talk to people at school or at work or any people that you talk to about anime. Guys, you'll never believe what happened in this Dragon Ball movie. Oh, let me guess, they managed to beat Broly, No, Gogeta Blue, my nigga. But you know what? Nobody asked me my opinion. I'm just a nigga with 5.7 thousand subs. What do I know? I don't know anything. Nobody asked me my opinion. Let me know your opinion down in the comment section below. Make sure to give today's video a like if you guys enjoyed it. Also, make sure to slap that subscribe button because you know what? I need more subscriptions, baby. Come on. If you brand new, go on and subscribe to the channel. You didn't listen far enough to this point. You might as well keep listening to my old dumbass. This has been your boy, JustJaySama. Make sure to keep it canon. I'll see you guys next time. Also, if you scroll down, there's going to be a link. You guys could, if you would definitely do me a favor, scroll down there, take a look at it. Become a member today, okay? Support the Sama Sanctum, all right? We need all the help you can get. All the help you can give, okay? Going into 2019, we are about to be doing the most, my boys, and I need as much support as you guys can give me. Make sure to give me your energy, too.